Imagine this scene. The shinobi world in complete tension. The sky is torn by dimensional rifts, and the air vibrates with an energy reminiscent of primordial chaos itself. Jura, the last and most powerful of the Shinjus, rises before Boruto like a corrupted deity. His eyes shimmer with the glow of the Jubi, and every movement of his is like the roar of a force that defies the laws of existence. In that moment, I think, how can anyone face something like this alone? Even with all the power Boruto has accumulated, it is impossible to deny. Jura was beyond anything he had ever faced. But that is when the riskiest and most insane idea Boruto could have emerges. A proposal that no one would ever imagine coming from an Uzumaki. He feels within himself the presence of Momoshiki, the being who for so long cursed him, watched him from the shadows, waiting for the moment to take control. And for the first time, Boruto speaks directly to him, not in fear, but with purpose. Momoshiki, I know you are listening. I know what you want. But if we continue like this, none of us will survive. So here is my deal. Help me defeat Jura, and afterwards, the body is yours. This phrase echoes in the minds of both as a forbidden pact. Momoshiki, surprised by the audacity, smiles with that air of superiority. Otsutsuki pride vibrates within him. For the first time, the host offers himself willingly. And then something changes. A laugh echoes, not in the real world, but in Boruto's mind. Interesting, boy. I never imagined you could make such a proposal. Very well. So be it. At that moment, the karma seal begins to shine like never before. The symbol spreads over Boruto's body, covering every inch of his skin, and the sky around changes color. Jura's chakra distorts. He senses it. He knows something completely different is about to emerge. And when Boruto lifts his gaze, his Jogan eyes are ignited with a mixed power. The blue of a human and the divine red of the Otsutsuki. Momoshiki takes partial control, but not completely. It is as if both share the same body, the same mind, and the same power. And the result is something no creature in the universe could have predicted. The battlefield trembles. Stones float. Time seems to slow. Boruto now moves with divine lightness. Jura attempts to advance, creating Jubi energy tentacles, each capable of destroying mountains. But Boruto dodges with a movement, disappearing into the air and appearing behind him. A single punch cracks the ground for kilometers. The fusion of power is perfect. Momoshiki's refined and cruel chakra mixes with Boruto's human determination. It is as if the survival instinct of a god and the courage of a shinobi have become a single entity. And Jura, for the first time, feels fear. The ensuing battle defies imagination. Jura creates dimensional portals, attempting to trap Boruto in void spheres, but he breaks each one with pure brute force. The Jogan shines in sync with the karma, and every glance from Boruto opens rifts in space-time. He jumps between dimensions as if playing with the laws of physics. Momoshiki speaks inside his mind. Now you understand, boy? This is the true power of an Otsutsuki. Together, we are invincible. And Boruto, feeling the power flow, responds, we are not finished yet. It only ends when Jura falls. Jura, enraged, transforms completely. His body assumes the Jubi hybrid form, a colossal mass of living energy, with 10 eyes scattered across his body and an aura that distorts gravity. He opens his mouth, releasing a black sphere, a Bijudama of pure energy, capable of annihilating continents. But Boruto, now almost in total sync with Momoshiki, raises his hands and creates something never seen before, the divine Rasengan. A Rasengan formed by the fusion of human chakra and Otsutsuki power. The sphere spins with a sound reminiscent of a celestial chant, while the surrounding space curves. The impact between the divine Rasengan and the Bijudama is cataclysmic. Sound vanishes and the entire world is enveloped in light. Konoha feels the vibration even kilometers away. The clouds are torn, the oceans rage, and time seems to freeze. When the light finally dissipates, Jura is on his knees. Half of his body has been disintegrated. He tries to regenerate, but Boruto's chakra prevents it. Momoshiki's power blocks reconstruction, disintegrating the Shinju's divine essence. Boruto, exhausted, approaches slowly. His gaze is firm, determined, and inside him, he feels Momoshiki's voice echoing with pleasure. Now, finish him. Boruto raises his arm and in one final shout, channels all remaining energy into a final blow, a Rasengan that blends pain, anger, hope, and absolute power. Jura is engulfed by light and finally disintegrated into golden particles that spread across the sky like divine ashes. Silence dominates the battlefield. Boruto breathes heavily on his knees, looking at his own hands. The world is saved, but the price has yet to be paid. He feels Momoshiki's energy growing inside him, pulsating like a parallel heart. "You did well, boy," says Momoshiki in a calm, almost proud voice. "But now, a deal is a deal." Boruto tries to resist, but it is useless. The karma begins to expand again, this time burning with overwhelming intensity. Veins glow under the skin, and his body is consumed by a white light. Memories pass before his eyes. Naruto, Himawari, Sarada, Kawaki, all the moments that made him who he is, and Momoshiki laughs. A cold, merciless laugh. "You really believed you could control a god?" Boruto's consciousness begins to fade. The ground dissolves beneath his feet. In seconds, the blue of the Jogan disappears, and only Momoshiki's red remains. The body changes, the countenance transforms, and the chakra changes completely in nature. When the glow finally fades, standing is no longer Boruto Uzumaki. It is Momoshiki Otsutsuki reborn. The same power that once served to protect now pulses as a threat to the universe. He looks toward the horizon with a cold, arrogant gaze. The body is complete. And finally, I return to my true form. The surrounding trees bend under the weight of the chakra emanating from him. The ground shakes. The air becomes dense. It is as if the entire world recognizes the presence of a new god. Momoshiki raises his hand, and the karma seal shines like a black sun. He observes his own reflection in a puddle of water and sees Boruto's face, a face that now belongs to him. Boruto Uzumaki, a worthy vessel, but foolish enough to believe in redemption. The scene pulls back, showing the destroyed battlefield, smoke rising, the wind blowing Jura's ashes across the horizon. And there, in the center of it all, Momoshiki remains still, victorious, a new tyrant poised to shape the destiny of the shinobi world. And at this point, everything changes. Because now the enemy is no longer a Shinju, no longer a distant entity. The enemy is Boruto, or what remains of him. I imagine this scene and think, what if this really happens? What if the price of victory is precisely losing the hero? This would be the darkest and most unexpected twist of the new ninja era. A new beginning, marked not by hope, but by ruin. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to follow all the videos.